Our stream is also live, I believe. Yeah, we're live there as well.
Giddy up. Football weekend. We gotta put a TV right there so we can watch some NFL.
I mean, yeah, we have a lot of sports going on. UFC, DFS, kind of the who's who. I mean, we have golf as well. So a lot going on. Well, today is really gonna be about best ball. I do have some drafts pulled up. I'll add it once we have it in there. But yeah, the goal of this is just to be outside. Also, we're like at our computers. We work at home, so
get on your feet, big dog.
Yeah, I like it. No, give me some news about the training. I know you have some. But
yeah, I was talking to Taylor this morning. We were working out, and we looking at news out of Dolphins camp versus like we see Caleb Douglas. And it's like you look at news that's relevant, right? We see Ken Walker getting rave reviews out of Kansas City. They're going to look like they run the ball. But that doesn't matter. Ken Walker's a first-round draft pick, right?
Yeah.
Caleb Douglas, if he's a starter, he's going undrafted. I'm drafting so much Jack Beck. It's like I love Jack Beck, but if Caleb Douglas is a starter for the Dolphins, I mean, could he be the one there? Potentially, right? So Malik Washington, we know is there, but there's no real competition there.
There's something I want to bring up about that. Remember early in the season we were talking about basketball.
I was like drafting Bell.
No. You said draft all three. I do agree that I think
you can.
I think Bell maybe is undraftable at this point. What do you think?
Okay. You know what's funny? So Taylor mentions Bell. He's on the not healthy enough to perform list to start the season. But the interesting thing about Bell is I'm actually drafting him more now. He's not going to get a camp, but like he's a type of guy that can help you week 7, week 8 on. Yeah. And in a 20-round draft on DraftKings is my preference there. I probably won't pick him up as much on a underdog site because it's not as valuable. It's 20 rounds. It's 18 rounds.
There's another guy I want to talk to you in Miami. This is what about Jalen Tolbert?
No Jalen Tolbert. No Jalen Tolbert for me just because I don't know. There's no good reason.
I've been drafting him some. I do feel like he's like, when I'm not going Keon Coleman or another Miami receiver, I do like Jalen Tolbert.
And now we have to decide: are we going to draft the fatty himself, Mr. Deebo Samuel? It's like, shouldn't you draft Deebo Samuel with the knowledge that he's not going, that Ricky Pearsall's probably not going to play? That's the biggest concern for me. Is like Ricky Pearsall might not play.
I don't know if I'll draft Deebo. I saw people. This is the thing people do, and I just disagree with it. I think you can victory lap Jordan Walker in best ball for baseball at this point. Victory lapping a guy getting touches in training camp to me is too premature. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is the thing. There is like, I drafted this guy early. Like, he looks good in camp, blah, 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 blah. But like, to me, it's like, that is such an early, you're leaning into like, there hasn't been any production on the field. Like, training camp's not scoring the actual points here. So
yeah, my main goal of training camp is to make sure everyone gets out healthy without their knees getting blown out. Right. So that's 100%. The big thing is like, man, if I have a guy that's 30+% owned and I'm a real ambitious drafter, if he gets hurt, like Ryan Peprio is a good example in MLB best ball this year. Is like, man, Ryan Pepio got hurt immediately. He didn't pitch a single snap, and I think I had 60% of him. That is just that's death.
Yeah. There's some sketchy stuff in I'm gonna do a draft and we'll share it on. I won't be able to share it on TikTok, but we can share it on.
And our goal is to do drafts out here at the farm, and we hope to move it in like an indoor outdoor space eventually. But we want to be outside when we can draft in because this is where we spend most of our time actually drafting. Is here outside.
100% walking around the farm. Also, the quality of this is like, dude, this is totally like bootstrapping it. This is just stuff we pull it outside. So if there's like quality like audio issues, like we'll figure it out as we go. The goal is just to do some drafts outside, not to be stuck in our offices.
Are you in a draft yet?
No, I'm getting in there now.
Taylor's gonna draft today. I'm gonna rate his draft because he's maxed almost everything in the underdog. He's just like going through every contest and just maxing it.
Yeah, I think as
much as possible. So
I think that's the best thing. Let me see if I can enter it here.
Yeah, other news that's maybe relevant is just, I mean, Brock Bowers caught 2 touchdowns from Kirko Chains. That's not relevant. We just know there's so much steam there. But, I'm waiting for the Beck news. There was none of that. None of the Thornton news there as well. Malik Benson caught a touchdown or had a really good catch there. Obviously, Naylor, Tucker, the 1-2 looks like, and then Bowers. So I might be down bad with all the Beck shares I have. But I'm just waiting on the first sign of life to just make me feel a little bit better about my bags there.
Yeah, I don't hate Jack Beck. The other guy that I'm like, this is a guy that we like a lot is Kyle Monangai. I don't know. Like the issue with having Monangai right now is there's no news coming out of camp. I do like DeAndre Swift. You can draft both those guys. I'm going heavy on Monangai, so I guess there is some concern. Like there's no buzz out of camp.
Monangai doesn't matter. We know who he is. It's just like Corum. Like Corum is a guy that already got big coach speak. Like, hey, we're gonna have him more involved. But like Monangai's new doesn't matter because it's like he's gonna be involved.
Yeah,
and he's gonna be involved. It really doesn't matter what Monangai news comes out because we just know he's rolling the offense. Yeah. Like he's not a rookie. He played last year. He was pretty exciting when he got full workload when Swift went down for a few snaps. But it's just like you know what you're getting with Monangai. He's probably a top 5 handcuff, and he's gonna have some standalone value as well.
Absolutely. question I have for you though. Where did Monangai play college?
Oh, easy, Rutgers. Yeah.
Didn't he play at Virginia as well?
I don't know. I know he played. He's just like that pure Rutgers. Like
Okay, let me look it up while we're here.
Dude, Monangai's like Pacheco light. Like he just runs like he runs like he's mad at the ground.
Yeah.
And a guy that I just really do like a little bit is Pacheco. A guy that I think he's more than just a pure. Like he's not going to have the same role as Gibbs, obviously. But man, they use Montgomery in the goal line scenarios, and I know Pacheco wasn't particularly good that last year, but man, he could totally get some run there.
I don't know why I thought he played at
VT.
Yeah.
No,
Virginia.
Play at VT that we
love.
Basal
Tootin.
That's
who it was.
And you know what? Like people were like, "Hey, he doesn't have a 3-down skill set." The guy was a 3-down. He was one of the biggest workhorses in college. So, for all the news is saying like, "Oh, he does absolutely have the skill set to be a 3-down workhorse there."
Mackenzie, thank you for joining our live. I just wanted to try it out. I see that I just needed to see that it was for sure.
Is she our solo live companion?
She is. That's a slightly wind sound, but okay, she can hear us. Thank you for checking that. I appreciate it. You are one and only. It starts at home. This draft is kicking off here in a second.
What pick are we?
I got pick 3, Jamar Chase. How do you feel about that?
You gotta go Jamar Chase, right? Like,
Jamar Chase, there's some merit to draft him over guys like Bijan Robinson and
there's no merit for me to draft him over Bijan.
So I wouldn't put him over Gibbs. I would there's like a conversation to have over Bijan with the down, who's gonna play quarterback for
Tua.
I mean, yeah, Tua is going to play.
Check down artist.
But both guys are not in camp right now, so like there's some concern there.
Well, if it's not Tua or Penix, like you're fucking dead. You can't play them at all. So
coming back, this is the thing that sucks about getting like Chase is like you get funneled into these type of builds. When you get to the turn, you can see here you're looking at guys like Javonte Williams, Jeremiah Love, Breece Hall, Kyron Williams. Those running backs.
You know who I reach on? There?
Hold on. I'm gonna there's a guy that I like. I'll get to it in a second. The guy that I probably will go, and this is a little bit deeper in the bag, is I've been pulling a lot of Zay Flowers. I like to pair
exactly what I was gonna say.
I like to pair him. The reason for that is the Week 17 matchup is Cincinnati and Baltimore. And that's another way to get. So I've been trying to do that on some teams. I would love to get Chase Brown and.
What I like from your slot, to be honest with you, is I love the Jamar Chase, Zay Flowers, and Mecca.
Dude, I do that all the time.
It's just like those are just 3 amazing receivers, and like man, you're playing 0 RB there, but man, you can get Basal Tootin maybe a little bit later on. Yeah. And I love that start.
And
someone made a case, and this is not a wrong case, that the Rams receivers probably gonna on a per route basis, Puka Nacua is probably the best receiver in the NFL. The problem is, like, are we sure that usage is going to be there? The Rams are going to have a much better defense. They need Puka healthy, and he plays like a madman too, that he could have some injuries there. So I just, I'm leaning very much heavily into the Rams are going to be a more run-first team this year and kind of light on Kyron and just so high on Corum. I wouldn't be surprised if I enter the season with at least 40-50% Corum this year.
Yeah, I like Corum a lot. I think people love Kyron still, and Kyron is a good football player. I'm just a believer. Like, as running backs age, you saw Todd Gurley. I talked to someone who, St. Louis Rams. Remember when they played? Like, he was so electric, but like, there's a shelf life on running backs, and Kyron has got so much work under the belt already. And so, like, I think Corum is young. I think he's
not the biggest guy either.
Yeah. Be careful shaking this because I'm afraid that it's just shaking the up and down. Okay, no one fell to me here, and sometimes I like if I can get a running back late, I will go Zay Flowers. I like him a ton.
And you're reaching a little bit. You're reaching.
Yeah, because of where you're picking, though, it's like you're gonna have to reach a little bit. And it's like, okay, I took Zay Flowers over AJ Brown. There's merit there. Zay Flowers over a guy like George Pickens. The guy I don't like passing up is Brock Bowers, but I don't know. Like, to me, it's like I've been drafted. I drafted so much Brock Bowers already. I'm trying to get a little different.
Dude, hot take. You ready for a hot take? Hot take is AJ Brown's just a sacrificial X to Romeo Dobbs, getting that Z spot. Dude, Romeo Dobbs is a guy I'm getting so much of this year. I think he's going to be so valuable.
Yeah, he could be.
He's a guy that, like, I just think people are sleeping on. I think they signed a decent deal, and then we know Josh McDaniels does spread the rock around. And, AJ Brown's going to draw the best coverage, and he's going to be running in that X route. So,
yeah. Other things to know. I don't hate that. I do think AJ Brown's super talented receiver. Like, if he plays,
but he's also, you're talking about aging guys. Like, he's a guy that ages, and we know that profile doesn't age well.
Yeah. The concern I have with that, Dylan, is, I think there is like upside for top 4. Would you be surprised if AJ Brown outproduced CeeDee Lamb? I wouldn't. Like, what about Justin Jefferson? Like, those guys.
Dude, if he outproduced Justin Jefferson, it wouldn't be shocking. Justin Jefferson is one of the guys, like, I don't really want to draft any of. Like, if I draft Justin Jefferson, it's like I'm drafting Kyler and I'm drafting Addison, and I hope. The biggest thing to know about the Vikings, I'm so unsure about them, because if J.J. McCarthy starts, there's a potential that he still starts, because we just know Kyler's not an unserious NFL player. So The problem with the Vikings, the red flag for me not having much of them is that I think they have the easiest schedule in the NFL this year. And down the stretch, it's very easy in the playoffs.
Well, we got to talking and I auto-drafted a guy. This is why you have to pay attention. Talking and doing the draft. I drafted Brees Hall. I don't hate that pick. How do you feel about Brees Hall, though?
He's okay. He's a guy that the Jets have to be good for.
I've moved off of some Brees Hall for sure. Getting a running back there is not the worst thing in the world because you starting 3 receivers, and especially an underdog, is tough. It's a half-point PPR. Zay Flowers and Jamar Chase, while they can be elite studs, like if they're not scoring touchdowns, there's some like decreased value there. On the turn now, it's going to shake it up. I probably will go Bashal too. I'm marking some of my guys
here. So who do you have so far?
Terry McLaurin. Right now, the team is Brees Hall, Jamar Chase, and Zay Flowers. I like all those picks.
Love that.
So Brees Hall, out of the running backs that we talked about, like I prefer him over some of the other options that went right there. Like Kyron Williams, I prefer him over him. I prefer Brees Hall straight up over Jeremiah Love.
Dude, stationary drafting, standing up is a different. It puts you in a different mindset. Like sometimes I sit down at my desk to do a draft on the computer. Most likely though, I'm walking around doing a draft.
I don't like sitting down and doing a draft. I think being moved because it's like it's slow pace. I mean, there's some people that are like,
Dude, we're also psychotic. I mean, if there's nothing to do on the property, I mean, there's always something to do. So like, if there's nothing to do, there's always something to do. You got to remember that, especially on the weekends.
Dude, drafting is also work, though. I mean, like it's like a lot. You have to draft kind of hours a day.
Listen, there's nothing worse when you're sweating golf and a guy misses a 5-foot birdie putt. But that's the game we play, I suppose, right? Like
who missed it?
Mr. Ben Cole's no putt team himself. So that's fun. I mean, me and him we're sweating a fun, big trip 8s ticket this week, and we'll see what happens. It's a long tournament, long couple of days here, so just need good variance down the stretch.
All right, 8 picks away. Still have my guys on board. Bashal Tutin's a guy we talked about. People, I guess, are concerned with LaQuint Allen there. You have Christian Rodriguez. The issue there, to me, it's like, I don't hate. Those guys will come in to like relieve Bashal Tutin. I think there could be a 70% workload there. And in the event, like we saw last year, like Trevor Lawrence running helped the running backs there. Like Travis Etienne he got paid from the Saints. Basically,
and we know Liam Cohen's offense. There's one thing about Liam Cohen's offense: they're going to score. Yeah. So it's like, who is it going to be? The receiving core is actually more of a issue than anything else because mostly, like, if someone laid this point out pretty well. Like, if there's a receiver injury, it's still going to be pretty spread out because that just means Travis Hunter enters the rotation there. So, I'm pretty bullish on that offense, but there's some uncertainty there. Like, I've actually been drafting so much more Parker Washington than I did at the start of the season. Just the reports out of camp are so bullish there.
Bashal Tutin is gone. So I went Terry McLaurin. So I have my 3 kind of stud receivers: Jamar Chase, Zay Flowers, Terry McLaurin. There is concern that Stephon Diggs is going to sign in Washington. If he does, I guess like there's 2 thoughts in this. Like if he does, it's like Terry McLaurin's not going to get all the premier matchups, and it's going to actually help the offense. I still think Terry McLaurin's a top receiver. He's like the guy last season. If he would have scored a touchdown, I'd had a really good chance at the big, what do they call it? Like the main tournament in DraftKings?
Battle Royale.
No. The main Millie Maker. What is it called? What
Millie Maker?
No. But what is like the big tournament? It's like the main event.
Flagship.
That was the word I was looking
for.
Yeah,
this is the thing though, is like everyone's so sure about Terry McLaurin and Jaden Daniels this year, and I had a lot of that starting off the season, but now I'm a little bit worried. Just the age on Terry McLaurin. Yeah, if Diggs signs there, it's gonna be a little bit of an issue. The other issue I have, the guy I'm going here, the guy that you don't. I'm just still. I think the guy is talented. Is Travion Henderson. I don't have a ton of them, but with Ramondre kind of banged up out of camp a little bit, like Travion will take over the backfield. Will it be this year? I don't know. Like, will it be next year? Maybe. But he's an explosive guy where down the stretch, if there's no Ramondre, he's a league winner because he's a full. The problem is he needs to get better in pass pro. If he gets better in pass pro, he's going to be on the field a lot more. The issue is if Ramondre's healthy, he's so good in pass pro and such a good runner. Yeah, he's underrated. Ramondre at Oklahoma was so good. He came in the league and he's so good still. Like but Trayvon's is a bet and upside.
Do you see some of? Dude, training camp, don't buy too much into it. Trayvon Henderson's like down the field 30 yards, just catching like leaped out for the ball.
That's what he does. Yeah, he's a beast. That's what he does.
Who also did that? There was another guy in camp that
Keaton Mitchell.
Keaton Mitchell. That's who it was. You knew who I'm talking about.
Mitchell.
Dude, looked phenomenal.
And you're like, dude, who's that? Oh fuck, it's Keaton Mitchell. Like
to me, it's like that is the Keaton Mitchell role though, because Martin Hampton's the big like he can catch passes, but Martin Hampton, you want to get him moving down the field.
Dude, Martin Hampton's an elite pass catcher. So if they're running special packages for Keaton Mitchell, that's going to hurt Hampton a little bit.
I know, like think about it, it's like you have guys like Derrick Henry and like Derrick Henry is going to catch more passes this year, but like Derrick Henry is always so valuable and doesn't ever catch more than like 30 passes in a season. So
yeah.
Coming back up, a guy that I wouldn't hate to get is Parker Washington. I love Brian Thomas.
Love getting Parker Washington there.
what I could also do is go Joe Burrow, which is an interesting way. I like kind of because I have Zay Flowers. I could get add like a QB1 there. Part of me though, I do tend to wait a little bit on quarterbacks. Jaden Daniels maybe would be the preferred option if he falls.
You know what I actually do though? You know what I do in that spot? If it's Parker Washington or BTJ, like I just take the faller at this point.
Yeah, me too. BTJ the other day I was in a draft. BTJ fell. Like Parker Washington was reached on, and I like Parker Washington. I think he will be good, but I think it's going to be tough. I think Parker Washington will be more consistent, like over the course of the season. I think BTJ will have the higher spikes weeks, which are probably just more valuable in DFS. To be honest,
yeah, like the upside, the 2 touchdown, 150 yards.
100%. Yeah. All right, we're still 9 picks away here, so we got some time. I'm also just thinking about other news coming out of camp. Oh, a team that I haven't drafted any of, and I don't know if you have either, is the Broncos. I don't know how you feel about the Broncos, but to me, like the Broncos are like a team I'm just so low on.
Listen, the thing about the Broncos is everyone loves Jalen Waddle, but the problem there is like they do spread the ball out, and Courtland Sutton's still there. It's like Waddle. Everyone's like he's going to play that Joker role in the Sean Payton offense. That's fine, but they're just going to lean on their defense. Like, are we sure he's going to get 10 targets a game?
Yeah,
he's going to need that.
You can't use projections, quote unquote, like full season projections to like totally draft a guy. But like Courtland Sutton is also projected as like one of the top touchdown scorers of the season.
I saw that stat. Is like he's
like minus money to score 6 touchdowns,
5+, and he's in the same range as Justin Jefferson. He's going so many rounds later. Yeah. Like I'm not drafting Sutton, but in an underdog, he'd be my preferred pickup in the later rounds because he does score touchdowns. His PPR value is definitely going to take a hit with Waddle there.
Yeah, Courtland Sutton to me is like what Ted Hurst wants to be, right? The big, tall, lanky guy, the 6'4" monster that can get in and actually like produce, like score the touchdowns in DFS. In underdog. In particular, like those touchdowns matter more so than like the PPR sites. Yeah, I think we're up.
Don't get auto drafted here.
Brian Thomas fell, so I just will draft.
You just got to take him there because he could alpha this year.
Yeah.
And everyone's talking about Marvin Harrison's drops out of camp. Like the guy's still getting the most targets. Like Marvin Harrison is going to be just fine. Yeah. I don't think we're gonna have as much of a drop. Remember that season when it was Jamar Chase's rookie season? It was dropping every pass and like he just goes out to shove. Yeah. And Jamar Chase fell because he just couldn't catch the ball. Like it doesn't matter to me in camp.
No.
Like target volume and usage in the offense matters more.
Yeah, absolutely. The guy that I'm still kind of drafting some of, and I don't know if maybe you've fallen off, and we haven't talked about it much, is Jordan Tyson.
I like him week 1. I mean, I think he's going to run an interesting route tree for the Saints, but it's like, man, there is a chance this year that I think Olave is going overdrafted and Tyson gets more targets than him, just the way they run that offense. There's also a decent chance that Tyler Shaw is not as good as he was in his last half of the season last year.
Yeah. Well, he is. Don't have to worry about him now. So what I will do is draft Chris Godwin. He's a guy that I'm high on. I'm high on Baker in that offense this season. So he just airs it out. Baker is not good. If he's healthy, he's going to throw the ball downfield, and that's going to benefit you.
And that's the thing is like you just look in that offense, like even Godwin, a guy that people like kind of wrote off, like he's another guy that you could just pick up.
Yeah, 100%. Godwin. So my receiver core I feel is pretty strong here. So you can see here Jamar Chase, Zay Flowers, Terry McLaurin, Brian Thomas, and Chris Godwin. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 receivers. 2 running backs I feel pretty good about. I'm filling up the ones like the positions I feel like that are the most important in DFS.
This is in that range we start to approach where we get guys like Blake Corum, Common guy.
Yeah, Blake Corum's I'm not gonna be able to get him. Common guy I will mark.
You gotta mark Jay Brooks.
I am gonna mark Jay Brooks. I prefer Rachaad White over Jonathan Brooks.
Just you go ahead, have some Washington exposure. You have a little bit of
Terry McLaurin,
Jacksonville exposure as well. You want to just get some correlation for that week 17 matchup there.
Other guys I'm looking at down the board a bit. Jordan Mason's a guy I think I'm getting. I was higher on Aaron Jones. Maybe they just want to build around Jordan Mason. He's still young enough where they could build around him. So like some interest there for sure. We're grinding away here. Sports wise, how's UFC looking?
I mean, just starting off with back-to-back winners. That's what you love to do.
Yeah.
Let's see who's fighting next. I mean, while we're on the stream, we'll talk about it.
Yeah. There's some good fights. There's a couple fights I really want to watch. We'll end this before we get to those fights. But isn't Matush Rebecki coming up?
Yeah. Rebecki's a fun guy against Prepelic there, but like Prepelic's better.
People like Prepelic.
Yeah. Canadian, you come to Rebecki in this part of the world. I think Rebecki just has a little bit of an advantage of being a presser wrestler, striker as well. I think he could probably chin Prepelic and sit him down. So we'll find out though.
All right, coming up, I do want to. So Sam Laporta's a guy I have marked. I do like him. They're in that offensive scheme, the new OC that came in likes to involve the tight end quite a bit. So I am interested in Laporta. Rachaad White's there. Kamananga is now gone. So it's between Rachaad White and Sam Laporta. When I'm in between those guys, so the downgrade for Laporta for me, Dylan, is Malik Washington and Greg Dulcich. That combination is week 6. So like that's the thing for me. It's like I know I'm going to draft Greg Dulcich, most likely.
You're probably gonna get Malik Willis team.
Yeah,
This is probably a Malik Willis team. So
absolutely. All right, I'm up now. Sorry, and some of you guys can't see this. We're just kind of talking to this. The people watching on live on Twitter can or X. I'm going to draft Rachaad White here. Get a little correlation with my Terry McLaurin shares. Talk to me about Rachaad White, though. I know you're
he's fine. You know what? You know why Rachaad White's great? It's because people think he's just a pass catching running back, but he just is not. He could be a goal line back. And in that offense, if it's not the fat man, why am I blanking on his name? Kaytron Allen.
Oh, you mean Kaytron Allen?
Like, no, JCM is not going to be the goal line back. So, like, it's going to be Rachaad White or Kaytron Allen there.
This is the issue with Rachaad White. It could be a bit of a mess. Like, if JCM is productive.
So the first 3 weeks you look are pretty difficult matchups. Bill's going to have a hard time running through that. And that's just going to get more work for Rachaad White. And if he looks good in that pass pro role, he's going to get the
all right, back on the clock here. Sorry to cut you off. I went Kenny Gainwell. So between Kenny Gainwell and Sam Laporta. Okay, so Rachaad White and Kenny Gainwell are similar players to me. Guys that will be in like the pass down roles. I think they will have a legit, path to 15 to 20 touches. So yeah, I like both those guys a lot. Now it's quite a big wait until we get back up. I am going to be looking at quarterback here, Baker Mayfield. So what I'd like to be doing now that I have 2 Tampa guys, I'm probably going to go like Baker and Malik.
Who's there? Dobbs is there.
The problem is I want quarterbacks. If I don't go Baker and Malik here, then I'm scrounging at the bottom for like CJ Strouds of the
Baker's there. I mean, Dobbs is there staring me in the face, and he's a guy. You have too many receivers, so it's not an issue. Yeah. But he is a guy there that is going to offer some value. And people see Dobbs and. The best time to draft Dobbs is truly now that AJ Brown is there. It's like he's just not going to be. He's going to be an afterthought.
Yeah, for sure. All right. How's our boys in golf playing?
I think pretty average there. I'm just checking out some scores here. Milicevic, the girl, first round knocked down. She won, put up 108. She's 9.5. So unless you're in that range, that's probably not going to be enough.
The favorites are just kind of smoking fools right now.
And that's what they do. Yeah. And here in Serbia, I mean, Milicevic is just way better than Cowan everywhere. So not surprised.
Helen Cowan was like a gymnast, good in college.
At 9.8, I mean 9.5 is probably not enough.
There's a difference between being an athlete and a fighter, though. I think like obviously we're not fighters, so we
Kim birdied.
There we go. So he's kind of off to the races here, which is nice. I do appreciate that. Like I like the ability. It's like it's fun to have a girl like Haley Cowan come into the UFC and like, make a name. But I think it's just like it's tough. You go from like being a gymnast to a fighter. So that's a pretty big leap. All right, we're coming up soon.
There's one thing about Rasmus. Like you can score. Like Rasmus is T1 now.
Rasmus Højgaard?
Yeah.
How many? What's he under?
7 under. Ooh. But like guys will just score here. But we need Ben Cousins to hit the putt. Miss another birdie putt here. Setting up for a comeback. Never hate that.
What is Phillips on?
Phillips is.
What is Phillips doing? Sorry. So we got a lot of QBs on the board. You can see Stafford, Murray, Goff, and then Baker.
This is where I wait because a guy like Malik Willis is so valuable.
You need 2 quarterbacks. So I'm definitely gonna take Baker. And then I'll probably just go back to back Baker, Malik, and just get my 2 quarterbacks there. I like the guys in Florida: Trevor Lawrence, Baker Mayfield, and Malik Willis. Everyone in Florida, I like.
Yeah. And you know what's good about that is like another good thing about that is these guys are playing their schedule in the wintertime and half and half in good parks. So
yeah, so you can see Baker Mayfield, I have him correlated with Kenny Gainwell and Chris Godwin, which I like. I'll probably pick up McMillan too. I think there's some interest there. And then I'm gonna get Malik Willis here, and then we'll pair him with like Malik Washington, Greg Dulcich as well. Get some combos, some correlation. And then running backs, I feel like are pretty strong. Brees Hall, Travion Henderson, Rachaad White, Kenny Gainwell, pretty good. And then obviously the star of the team is Jamar Chase, Zay Flowers, Terry McLaurin, Brian Thomas.
It's definitely 0 RB here. So I mean,
you can't draft an RB. There's no one really.
No, it's definitely 0 RB. Your build, right? You kind of picked up Brees Hall in that kind of like mid range.
Yeah.
So you're on the clock.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Malik Willis though for sure.
Yeah, just go ahead and get your boy. Get him with Dulcich later on. We both like that. Your quarterbacks are done. You don't need another quarterback if you have Baker and Malik Willis. I don't think.
Coming up, I just gonna mark 2 guys so we can chat about various sports, including this one. But Chigo Conco and Jalen McMillan, both guys. Like, is your phone charged?
Yeah. This is another thing I don't like, though. I don't like that the comp that Malik Willis has to Justin Fields. I think he has so much more floor and safety to keep his role than Justin Fields. I think Malik Willis had.
Oh, you mean Justin Fields in the past?
Yeah, Justin Fields last year. Remember, everyone's teaming Justin Fields for the Jets didn't start. Had a couple of good games, but I think this year, Malik Willis has so much of a longer leash. It's a better passer of the ball as well.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with that. Other stuff coming at camp that I'm in. So obviously the Hall of Fame game coming up, Panthers Cards, August 6th. That's fun. That's like this week. Kicks off preseason.
I always say every year I'm not going to play any DFS in preseason, but every year I do. Every year I can't help myself.
Yeah, you have to because it's just so fun. And you also want to get a lay of like who's playing. That's another piece down is like, hey, who's playing? Who's on the field? who looks good on the field. CFB is also coming around the corner. There's, I don't know how much you've dug into
I
this.
feel like if you like NFL, you should definitely jump in the CFB streets because then you get a good feel for these guys who want to enter the league.
100%, 100%. And there's interest too. For me, it's like, yeah, it gives you a feel for like who's coming into the NFL, but also like, dude, CFB is just fun to do. I'm high on Texas. I mean, so is everyone else, but like Arch Manning's there. You have Cam Coleman coming over.
Dude, Cam Coleman's from Auburn. Dude, when they were in Auburn and they had those shitty quarterbacks and those
Jackson Arnold was.
Yeah, but they had Cam Coleman. Who else was a receiver there that was so good? Like two of the best guys, and it was just like they couldn't give him the ball. Like I don't understand it.
Like, that's when Tate Migsby was there too. And
who's the other guy that cost him Cam Coleman last year? A really good receiver. Pull it up. I'm just curious if you can look it up because there's a guy that was super talented, who just played it. Oh, God, I can't remember his name. It's gonna come to me after you look it up.
Auburn receivers 2025. Cam. Oh, this guy played for Georgia Tech.
Oh, a guy that everyone was so high on. And remember, like he was going into the year, everyone was so high on him.
He sucked last season too.
Yeah, what was his name?
Singleton.
Eric Singleton. Where is he at this year?
Let's go. Let's take a look. Eric Singleton Jr. Did he go to the NFL? He still plays for. No, he plays for Florida now.
Yeah. Oh. God, the guy's super talented, and he was probably one of the most trendy pickups in the transfer portal last year. So now it's going to be like, man, maybe he's a post-hype sleeper this year.
He could be. Yep. I don't know. I mean, he was talented for who was the quarterback playing in Georgia Tech? You know, the guy that liked
Haynes King.
No, it was Haynes King. But before that, who was the runner?
Jeff Sims.
Is he still?
Do you remember Jeff Sims? You remember who Jeff Sims started his career with in Georgia Tech? The best running back in the NFL.
Jahmyr Gibbs?
Jahmyr Gibbs started at Georgia Tech with Jeff Sims, and then Jahmyr Gibbs transferred over to Alabama, and now Jahmyr Gibbs is the best running back in the NFL, which is really impressive. But yeah,
I'm gonna go ahead and stack him.
Man, imagine, dude, that was when Jeff Sims and Jahmyr Gibbs were just still running that option, and they were such a fun team. And I remember watching Gibbs in Georgia Tech. I was like, this guy is way too good to be on Georgia Tech.
Yeah, agreed. So what I'm doing here, though, I drafted Chigakako. He pairs him with a couple of my Washington pieces. I do like him. This is a 3 tight end build anyway, so like. It gets me a little bit of correlation, a stack that I do like with Jacksonville. And then I'll go with Jalen McMillan here to double stack Baker. Again, Baker's a guy that's going to air it out, which is, again, this team's kind of building quite nice again, I'm biased. Would love to get McMillan. I do get McMillan. I think McMillan's a talented receiver too. I think it's one of the more talented receiver rooms in NFL, to be honest with you.
100%.
Emeka Egbuka, Chris Godwin. I mean, obviously, I like Ted Hurst, but Jalen McMillan's another guy that's going to be on the field quite a bit. And Baker Mayfield is going to air it out. Like, he's going to have games with 400 yards. That's just what he does. He's going to throw a bunch of picks. He could lose games, but he's going to win a lot of games too. Chugging along here. I am up in 15 picks. I'm just going to go ahead and mark up guys that down the board that I like. And this range is kind of thin for me. This is a 3 receiver build, so I may pick up a guy like
Dalton. Dude, the wind is kicking up out here, folks. Listen, there's nothing better than a summer breeze, to be honest with you. Dude, it's so damn hot. Like, man, the cloud cover is so nice.
Yeah, sorry for people that are listening. The audio could be a little off of it. This mic helps a little bit, but can't block myself much. Dude,
there's nothing better than being outside and chatting football, though. Like, I'm so excited when they released the pricing for NFL yesterday.
Well, maybe we should talk a little bit about that too.
I think it's like Taylor. We kind of line up different sides. I think it's a little bit.
I think I'm coming on to your side a little bit. I thought Jamar Chase was 7K. He's 7.8. So like that's actually like that is kind of expensive. For some reason, I thought he was 7K flat.
If you want my initial contrarian game of the week, it's going to be the Indianapolis Colts and the Ravens game. It is sitting at 48, but it's a team people look at and they're like, oh, maybe it's just a run first game. You have Henry, you have Taylor. Man, I can see some PPR scams from Mr. Josh Downs and Zay Flowers in that game. I know people are like, oh, Sauce Gardner on Zay. Sauce Gardner, he's going to play the X, and Zay's going to move all over the field. I truly think Zay Flowers will take Sauce Gardner's lunch. Like, it's the worst matchup. Like, Zay Flowers is a shifty guy. He will just burn Sauce Gardner.
Yeah. Well, Sauce Gardner's getting older, too.
He's not old, but he's a couple years in the league. But we just saw he's very beatable on one-on-ones.
Yeah, like, what are the top-ranked quarterbacks in the league?
Cornerbacks, you have Christian Gonzalez, easy.
He's number 1, right? He's got to be. Didn't they just pay him a bag, too?
I think he's one of the best. I think he's top 3. I don't know if he's number 1.
I think he's number 1. I'll give you the list, and you tell me.
He was 3.
That's great. He's balling. We need to see what he gets to the top of the board today.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So he is. You're right. Top 3. Okay. Number 1 plays for the Broncos. Who is it?
Oh, Patrick Surtain.
Yeah. Okay. Who plays for the Texans? You know this guy.
They just got him. Give him to me.
Okay. Derek Stingley.
Oh, the Texans. I was saying the Titans. Of course, it's Stingley. And I think Lassiter's on the other side. They have the Texans have an elite combo of QBs there. I mean, CBs there.
Yeah, they do. I think is there a couple? No, dude. J.C. Horn is number 8 on this list. So Sauce Gardner's right
JC,
outside.
dude, the Panthers have a sneaky good defense this year.
They
We're
do.
dropping like flies as far as offense. I mean, Brazil for the season probably wasn't going to help us anyways. Now, giddy up our old Louisiana brethren, Xavier Leggett. Hey, watch, I got wasp right by you, boy. Man, my son got stung by a couple wasps. Shaq this motherfucker.
Yeah, kill him. I mean, no disrespect, Wasp, but take him out if you have to.
Dude, you know what's great? You know, I looked into ordering from the farm. Is like they have praying mantis you can get online, of course, everything, right? But there's the Chinese mantis, which I really don't want, but they're huge, about, yay big. And then you have the Carolina mantis, which are more like, built for this ecosystem here. But man, you need something to kill the wasps. And the problem with the mantis overall and getting them as a higher population here is that you're going to have them killing your bees. And then we're looking to get an apiary. And obviously we have a lot of honeybees and flowers and stuff we grow here, but you don't really want
unleash an army of mantises.
Dude, listen, I thought about, I right now, so we have 2 houses on the property right now. And I thought about at the farmhouse putting up some mantis on the front porch, like an army of them, build a little
what eats them though? Would the chickens just murder all of them?
Chickens will eat them and birds will eat them. But like, there's
geese geese are not, they don't eat bugs, do they?
No.
I'm assuming that they're dumb creatures though. The geese eat everything. Do they eat the shit behind it? They eat like the toys the kids leave on the ground. I'm like, come on. All right. So the team is actually shaking. I actually really do like this team. So Greg Dulcich, I paired Dylan with Malik Willis. I also took Malik Washington there, who I'm a big fan of. I know we kind of shared some exposure earlier. I like him a lot. Kind of cooking along. I do like the way this right now. The team is a 2-4-7-2. I'm out at running. I mean, receiver. I don't need another receiver.
No,
I'm so strong at receiver. I will pick up another running back here. Guy that I do like is Marshawn Lloyd. And then I will go like Marshawn Lloyd would be. How do you feel about Marshawn Lloyd? I think you like him as well.
Yeah, just uncertainty with Josh Jacobs. We know Marshawn Lloyd's talented. If he gets to run even a little bit, he's going to be fine there.
My favorite way to do this would be get to Terrence Ferguson as my tight end 3. Pair him, with the Tampa stack week 17.
Dude, that's a guy that I do like a lot. Dude, Willie catches double W last whole guy. Guy getting out of worse day. Shot +5. At least he had 4 birdies out there. There's something.
Scores.
Yeah. Dude, T. Fergs is great. I mean, even like guy like Colby Parkinson, I don't hate any Rams tight end, to be honest with you.
Yeah. All right, chugging along. I mean, if anyone's watching this on X, feel free to rate the team as well. Dylan will give me his critique at the end.
Yeah, I give it to you.
Right now, this is like a B+, A- team, in my opinion. Like it's kind of again, I think I have like a good, it is 0 RB build. But I think I'd pick up a couple guys here late. Marshawn Lloyd would be one of those guys I really want to get. Terrence Ferguson is the other guy at tight end I want to get. Running back can get kind of thin as you go down the board. Justice Hill is a guy I'm going to mark. He will get some work out of the backfield for Baltimore. Some interest there, Dylan. I know, I don't know how much interest you have in Justice.
Justice Hill's fine, but a guy, if I'm drafting Baltimore late, I kind of like Elijah Surratt.
Okay.
Or they think two
What about
guys.
Randall? Do you like Randall or no?
I don't know if Randall's my guy.
Yeah.
He's fine, but I mean, is he going to catch passes there potentially? But then Justice Hill's there, right? So it's like, why are you going to draft Randall?
That's the thing. Randall is like, I guess his contingent. If Derrick Henry gets hurt, Randall may fit. Like, he's not the same running back, but he's more of a pass catcher out of Clemson. You remember last season, they were running him out as a receiver quite a lot.
Yeah, well, because he was a receiver first.
I know. That's what I'm saying. They're running. So it's like, but even as in the running back role, they were still running out at receiver.
That's what I worry about for the Jets. I mean, I think Cade Klubnik could have some run for the Jets at the end of the season.
Yeah.
If they're down bad. Where I think Malik Willis has a good pathway to just have the whole starting role. It's his first year as a starter. I think he's going to get run even if they're down, even if they're not playing at the end of the season. I think if they're out at the end of the season, you're more likely going to see A-Chain out than Malik Willis.
That's
I think you're going to see Malik Willis a full season and see how he can do.
Now, I'm going to tell you some misses I have this. So I went Terrace first, and this team is like getting like every single guy that I want to get, which is great. A couple picks left. I'm going to draft here Marshawn Lloyd, and then the roster is nearly complete. Guys that I missed. So I'm really worried about all my Mendoza exposure done. I think better in Best Ball Mania than he is in Eliminator because we don't know what he's going to do.
He's not going to start the season, and that's a pretty firm guarantee.
The issue I have with Mendoza is Tom Brady. Tom Brady had success being a backup. Tom Brady has such a big say in that team now.
I don't think I've ever seen, though, and the history bears it out. I don't think we've ever seen a quarterback drafted first overall that doesn't play his first season.
Yeah.
It's very Tom Brady was drafted in the 6th round.
That's a good point. That's a very good point.
It's likely that Kirk Cousins is not going to just have
And Kirk Cousins has looked so immobile in the pocket. He is a good passer, but
he's likely to get hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like, that offense is going to be better once Mendoza's in there. He's just going to offer more versatility. He's not a great runner,
Okay,
but
so I don't have the option for him, so I'm gonna go.
you know who I'm going to comp to Mendoza is kind of a runner is Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
Like guys that are.
How do you feel about George Halani here?
I don't love it.
All right.
Just because Zach Sharp's looks like he's going to be pretty healthy. He won't start the season.
I want Justice Hill. I needed running back depth. I know you don't love it, but this is so. I have 5 running backs. I will go another running back here. I can't believe the draft not having enough running backs. James Conner's not a guy like. I could go Katron Allen and double scoop up some running back from Washington. Don't absolutely love that.
Dude, Katron's fine. Like I said, like you might get the goal line back there. If you drop both those guys, you're probably one of those guys.
Draft Samaje Perine and get like the double like gross running backs from Cincinnati and the Ravens. That's an interesting way to do it, Dylan. Double gross running backs from Cincinnati.
I don't hate that. Yeah. I don't hate that. Taj Brooks?
No. Samaje Perine.
Yeah. See, Taj Brooks is the guy like
Samaje. So Taj Brooks to me is just like Randall. I think they're the same type of player. I think ultimately they will be the guy that plays and takes over at some point. But like I just don't think. I think it's too early. Curious how much noise they're picking up from the construction going on.
We'll find out.
Dude, it's so nice out today.
Listen, we saw the herring. Me and Miles saw the herring the crane coming down 20 feet from us. So sick.
Yeah.
Looks like a dinosaur. Like birds, we know this. They're dinosaurs. Like you just look at our geese. You look at them like, dude, you're a dinosaur.
That's why
it's so funny when you see the geese. Very unlike the chickens, but when they look up at things, they hear a plane. They tilt their head. They're like, what the hell's that?
Yeah.
I got to get them under the house because they keep getting under my house and they're shitting everywhere.
I mean, I guess like could be worse animals to have underneath the house.
Pigs.
Yeah, that's true.
Like I don't
think the geese are destroying foundation underneath there.
They're not destroying foundation. They could be destroying my fucking water pipe. So that's
how. But what are they? I guess. Yeah, I know, but they're just gonna like tap at it. Yeah, I do see what you're saying. I just don't think it's gonna be enough to be like a big concern. All right, last pick. I am definitely going to go a running back. I just want some more depth. I'll go Samaje Perine just to like, hey, give me 6 guys that can score for me on a weekly basis. I do like Samaje Perine too. I think I like Cincinnati.
I just think like the upside of Brooks, if Chase Brown goes down, like Brooks is going to step into that role. P. Ryan's going to have the same role he's always had.
Yeah. Let me see Taj Brooks. Let's see if Brooks is available.
He might be undraftable for most people, but he's a guy I have picked up in the later rounds.
Yeah. I mean, I guess there's some like, you go for some
like, I thought it was pretty good when he got drafted last year and out at where he play?
One of the Texas schools?
Yep.
Texas Tech?
Yep. Texas Tech. Good pull.
Look at that.
Good pull.
Yeah. Out the brain, baby. Yeah, I think the internet's a little laggy out here, but it's all right. I'll get it.
Yeah, we're robo. And that's the thing. We'll have to get the router set up where we can work it a little bit better. But it's fine. I mean,
it's cleaner on stream. Also, because I'm pulling it from so many different sources right now. I'm about to exit this draft anyways, and we'll just chat football for a little bit before we're at like 40 minutes. I think my wife just went shopping at Costco, which is fun.
Dude, Costco's like great, but it's also like you get so much shit you actually like. Dude, why do I need this bag of cheese balls that's the size of me? And it's like, well, it's gonna go.
Books just go. I have to go pee right here.
Damn, dude. Benkos has had so many birdie chances. Another 14-footer just missed. I suppose that's an okay chance. Nothing special, but
yeah,
I do want him to get in and get after it. Dude, Kim's about to go birdie streak on that hard par 4. He put it 23 inches. The guy's absolutely dialed today.
Locked in.
And that's what you need. You need certain guys just to get after it like that. I don't want to, watch the fight per se in here, but I do know Rebecca's fighting right now. And I'm just itching to see how that motherfucker's doing.
Yeah, he's probably beating the shit out of him. That's what he does, dude. He's a warrior. I took so my draft is complete here. Let's just take a look real fast. My teams. This is an eliminator too.
Matuz Rebecca complete one-way traffic. He just butchers his way to a dominant first round TKO.
How do you know? Is that the write-up? Yeah. He probably just cooked him. Baker Mayfield done. Rate this team real fast before you give me the Matuz Rebecca breakdown. You hear me?
Yeah.
It's done. Baker Mayfield, Malik Willis, Breece Hall, Trayvon Henderson, Rashad White, Kenny Gainwell, Justice Hill, Samaje Perine. Interesting, like running back room. Obviously, easier running backs, but then it's Jamar Chase, Zay Flowers, Terry McLaurin, Brian Thomas, Chris Godwin, Jalen McMillan, Malik Washington. Receivers, that's one of the strongest receiver rooms I've drafted, probably. Chico Conco, Greg Dolchik, and Terrence Ferguson.
Dude, that tight end room is sneaky good.
Yeah.
Like, that tight end room is like probably my favorite position to draft. Like every draft, I want to go through and just like, hey, what is my favorite group here? It's like it's definitely one is definitely receiver, but then two is easily tight end.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna stop sharing it now because at this point it's cooked, and then we can move off from that. Don, you connect to it. Disconnect for a second, just to see if it gives me.
Yeah, let me just close this bad boy. I'm not even using it.
Yeah, you don't need it. Cool. So other things going on in the sports world though.
Yeah, so everyone, if you're playing DraftKings DFS football, just go ahead and dive in there. Dive in, see what you like to build. I'm gonna see. We're both looking at 10 plus tickets and $100 Millie Maker. Man, we're still chasing that elusive. I know you got the Sixer. I'm on a couple fives myself, but man, never take down the elusive. And obviously, over the course of your lifetime, you're probably unlikely to take it down. But man, we're here for the chase.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that is, I think it's a lot easier to win like the $4,000 tournament. Obviously, I mean, it goes without saying. It's the same with as you scale up, it just becomes easier and easier to make like the seven figures that everyone kind of chases in daily fantasy sports. Oh, we were talking about this morning while we were working out, and I wanted to mention it here, but
let me just clarify this before you talk about this. Matus Rebecca was only 20% owned, and I played like 90% of them, and he just butchered him. He probably is going to put up 140 points.
He cooked him. He's good. Yeah,
he cooked him.
It's weird that he was so low on the card here. Like it feels like they could have moved that fight up. I guess they were just like, he's going to cook him. Let's not put too much onto it. No, we were talking about like prediction markets. I think there's other people have talked about this as well, but this is something we kind of thought of, and I didn't. This is not innovative or new by any means, but I do feel like prediction markets and like the Kalshis and the poly markets, they do hurt sports betting because like sports is for the most part, right? You do have these outliers. You have like people, throwing pitches or like throwing games to some degree, but it's so easy to figure that out that it happens a lot less. I think like the financial markets are much more like quote unquote fixed and can be, insiders have a better edge than like the daily, user. I think for fantasy and like sports betting, it's a more true test of like, everyone deals with the same variance. And there's not some guy like cooking the books, right? Like,
yeah, as I mentioned, like Kalshi, like the prediction markets outside of sports are a net negative for society because it's all insider info. It's like, if you have an edge, I mean, but the problem is like betting on things that where people can just move the needle, which is it's really an unfair thing. And I think that the more, and people, hate sports betting in a way, but like, oh, it's bad for society. But I actually think it's better for sports because people are always betting on sports, and it was under the hood of like a bunch of like different underground conglomerates. Now, if some sketchy Class A throwing pitches, we can find that out and snuff that out. Yeah. And then in the NBA, same thing. If a guy's like doing things that are squirrely, we can snuff that out. If someone's betting $200,000 on a prop bet that never's bet before, we can snuff that out. So I think it being live is beneficial. Where like the Kalshi prediction markets of like life events and cultural events, like that's so much harder, and there's so much squirrely shit there,
dude. It's gnarly, and I'm with you though. Like for example, like everyone knows most people know about like the situational awareness fund that just got kind of liquidated because they were over leveraged. And people are playing this game and there's so much like shenanigans happening on the financial market side. And like, people are losing their ass. Like if I'm looking for upside, like just to be honest with you, it's like if I don't have a family member or someone that's tapped into the community. So like, I don't really know, it's hard for me to be in that world and like feel like I have an edge, but I feel like, fantasy sports, like we're kind of all dealing with a level playing field for the most part. Like, no one has an edge on you, right? Like if you can work through the data, like spend time, let the muse visit you. Like you're not working against like forces you don't know.
All right, first off, you guys follow UFC. Listen to these stats in the first round for Rebecca. So first round win, 132 strikes,
holy
75 significant strikes in a takedown. The guy just asked,
what was it, a TKO win or did
TKO win? TKO win, 143. Just an absolute
any knockdowns or just
143.
So he was just probably on the ground whooping his ass, just
beat the 133 strikes. Like I mean this. We mean you both box a little bit, like in the gym, just like messing around, but like not officially training boxing each other. Just
throwing 20 strikes is hard.
So really cool, really impressive. Good for me because it's 20%. Jesus Christ, too low on. Come on,
too low on.
So
what was his price too?
He was 9. So it was just
so he cooked that girl.
Cooked her.
Yeah.
He's gonna be opto.
Yeah, he has to. No one. I mean,
so just great for me because I'm way over leveraged him.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that. With love, like there's so many sports and like love starting early morning with that. So. I think that's all I have. I mean, we'll jump back on here and jump outside on the weekend. Usually we're going to be...
This will be nice. It's just, I don't. If we could be outside, I'd prefer to be outside, right? Like, it just makes it so much better.
Yeah, but thanks for tuning in. We're going to gear up NFL. That's probably our best sport and really what we're going to dive deeper into. We're going to start doing first looks on Tuesdays, and we're going to talk a little CFP as well. We're going to make it more structured as we go through, but like our goal is just to have fun.
Yeah.
We enjoy doing this. We've always done this our whole life anyways. So it's just like now we do it together. We're going to make the aesthetic a little bit better. Just put it in the barn somewhere. Yeah. We'll get that all set up, right? This is bootstrapped out here, and we're gonna keep bootstrapping.
I could put that tarp over. I mean, like the sunshade that would help a little bit, but the wind is the wind. You can't really do much with it.
Yeah, but whoever tuned in, thanks for tuning in. We'll be back. We'll jump on some lives when we can together. But otherwise, we're gonna we might jump back and do a stream tomorrow if you want.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll have the sweat.
Just
too.
gear up for it. So yeah, we'll be excited to see what we can do.
Yeah. Thanks for bearing with us through the technical difficulties as well. Yeah, we'll be back. Thanks for jumping on, Dylan. I'm gonna end the stream here, and I'll move over to the other side.
You know, who's gonna kill me now is just Gugnon. 100% Gugnon's gonna poop on me, but yeah.
We'll see what happens.